I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Welcome to today's church service on the Church Without Borders, Global Church Without Borders. Remember the conference coming up on the 1st of May, 2026 at Petra Christian Academy, Ughelli. Petra Christian Academy is our school behind Agofre Motors. We have a beautiful hall there. We're going to have 4 speakers, CSP Agbedezu Okumo, somebody you need to hear. There are many things you don't know about life, family, and criminality. She's the divisional police officer of Berikoko Police Station. Beautiful Christian woman. We're going to listen to Magji Rima of Magji Trucks and Heavy Duty Equipment. How this young man built a business with very little capital. Very little capital is something you need to hear. Pay for your brothers and your sisters to come and listen to somebody like this. And then we're going to have Olorogun Dr. Mrs. Benis Onome Dema, an ophthalmologist from the United States of America, former president of Robo Progress Union, or in the Americas, North and South America. She's going to speak on politics and socioeconomic development. And I'm going to speak also. Listen, today's service, we're going to look at 1 John chapter 4, 1-3. The Bible says, question every spirit. Question the spirit behind an information you hear. Question the spirit of the person passing that information. There was a girl in Acts chapter 16, verse 16, that was saying that these are the men of God, listen to them, they are showing you the way to salvation. But she had the spirit of clairvoyance. She was saying the truth, but the spirit was wrong. The Berean Christians, what they heard, they went back to check. I have a problem with Nigerians in this dispensation. Christians and the general public, they are very mentally lazy and unenlightened. They will ask you questions they can just Google, and they believe everything that any person with authority comes to say. I've been receiving videos of Dr. Rashid Abbasi. He claimed he's trained in Harvard and several prominent institutions. I don't know, and I don't doubt him. I'm not joining issues with him. I'm just trying to clarify some points. I'm also a medical doctor. I trained in one of the best hospitals in the Commonwealth then, the University College Hospital, Ibadan. I left there 42 years ago, and I still read a lot. Dr. Rashid Obasi said that men need to ejaculate 21 times a week to prevent cancer of the prostate. And I saw him on Morayo show. I don't have issues with that show, but Nigerian interviewers don't make research before interviewing people. In fact, most times the interviews are just to increase visibility and views. The man that interviewed Bwala in Al Jazeera messed him up because he had facts, he had details that contradicted Bwala's assertions, even though Bwala denied. When I saw this, I quickly ran to Google. I first of all Googled the relationship between cancer of the prostate and celibacy, that is the extreme. It is assumed that Roman Catholic priests will not have sexual intercourse. And they investigated 6,226 Catholic priests in New York. They checked the death records, the causes of death, and they found out that in some cases, the risk of prostate cancer reduced with celibacy. It was only slightly higher in some cases. And I went to Mayo Clinic, one of the best hospitals in America, and Googled their page. There was no relationship between the frequency of ejaculation, no definitive relationship between the frequency of ejaculation and prostate cancer. They only said that ejaculation, sexual intercourse, might reduce the risk of prostate cancer, but that among celibates, those who don't have sexual intercourse, that it was even found that in some cases it was lower in some studies. So up front, Dr. Rashid Abbasi's assertion does not have a general acceptance among medical researchers. One question I want to ask, is that his field? And then I looked at the Cancer Institute of America, their page on prostate cancer. There was no relationship between ejaculation and prostate cancer. If there was any, it was insignificant, and there was no conclusive evidence that the rate of ejaculation reduces, the frequency of ejaculation reduces prostate cancer. Then I went to ask, what are the factors associated with prostate cancer? Let me say upfront that the research that Dr. Rashid Abbas is quoting is one fringe research somewhere that was published and twisted and over-exaggerated. So I went, what are the factors? Google these things. What are the factors that predispose to prostate cancer in males? Number one, age. It is common with people above 50, males above 50. It has to be males, not females. Males above 50. As you age, there is the tendency for the prostate to grow bigger, and as it's growing bigger, is initially benign, and sometimes it can become cancerous. So age. Number two, race. It was found out that among Black people and Afro-Caribbeans, it is higher. Just as fibroids are higher, the incidence is higher among Black women. I don't know why. Then genetics. There is a particular gene that is associated with a higher incidence of prostatic cancer in males. And then it runs in families. If your father and your brother had prostate cancer, the likelihood is that there is a higher percentage of the possibility in another male from that family. I know a family where the father died of prostate cancer. His 3 sons have had prostatic enlargement. 2 have had surgery. I know a nephew of them that died of prostate cancer. So, family. Then the next thing is lifestyle. Smoking is associated with prostate cancer, and just like every other cancers. And then obesity. If you are obese, there's the likelihood that the possibility of having prostate cancer. And then diet. Somebody who eats processed foods because of the chemicals is most likely disposed to prostate cancer. Then occupation. They found out that some chemicals that people work with, like firefighters, are prone to prostate cancer possibility. These are not straight jackets that because you are this and this, it must happen. If you take age, for example, I am 67. My urine flow might not be very high like before, but I don't have prostate cancer. I usually test my PSA and the level is low. When I found out that it was 4, which was the minimal, I started taking medication to inhibit prostate growth. And I checked it early this year. It was 2, and my urine flow is good. And adding this 1 meal a day, and I eat mostly natural food. So what might be the spirit behind this discussion? The man said he has a side chick, and so the tendency is to affect the mindset of men to become sexually promiscuous, which is a wrong spirit. Because even with one woman at home, 21 ejaculations in a month, that means nearly every other day, because the woman will see her periods for 4 days. Nearly every day. You don't have work, You don't have another thing you are doing. Continue. For those of us who are monogamous and we practice fidelity, I've been married for 40 years. I don't do adultery. I don't have side chicks. I do side deals. Because Christians are very gullible. Nigerians are very gullible. People will start running with this stuff now to start looking for side chicks. It will bring quarrel between husbands and wives. You want to kill me? You want to kill me? They say we should go to Jerusalem 21 times in a in a month. But this bad economy, where people know they chop well, when light know they day to sleep well, when fuel don't go up, when husband and wife they hustle to pay school fees, feed 21 times. Oboro gore, if na juju, it no go work. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. God bless you. I don't have any issues with Dr. Rashid as a person. I don't know him from Adam. Most likely, I'm senior to him in the profession. I don't know, but please go and Google these things yourself and have sense for yourself. I always say, know God for yourself. Have knowledge for yourself. I will quote Mr. Bamuza of blessed memory, my geography teacher at Government College, Ughelli. Valuable as knowledge is, the power to acquire it independently is more valuable. That has been my guide since 1974. 1974 till today should be about 52 years. God bless you.